Hello, Happy New Year. Can I share some thoughts on here? It's about New Year's, and no, I won't ask for anything, so don't worry. I just want to chat about life and future videos. I hope you had a great evening and that your first sunrise of 2025 found you safe and relatively happy at least. But the reality for many of us is much different from that ideal scene that I wish for us all. Life doesn't stop for anyone or anything. That goes for good and bad events as well. I started the year with a total Puerto Rico-wide blackout that has rolled over to the next day for many. Although I was lucky to have power back right before midnight, that wasn't the case for many. It also meant that a video that I had planned to go live today, January 1st, didn't go live. But for many others, it meant having to rush to hospitals to get the care they lost access to at home during the blackout. It meant losing out on planned festivities with loved ones they may not be able to see again as they leave Puerto Rico. And to others, it even meant losing the hard-earned food that they had bought and prepared for the night's activities, as it spoiled in the fridge or in electric ovens. Life can often make us feel as if, despite our best efforts and careful planning, life isn't up to us. When this happens too often, and the sting of disappointment happens too frequently, we can start to experience near-permanent feelings of powerlessness or apathy. Trust me, I know this feeling well, and I see it every day in a colony territory, despite our fiery and cheery disposition as Puerto Ricans. But this year, I want to see more of something else. It's something that I've fought to keep alive inside of me when life has given me so many reasons to let it go. And it's something that I've seen in the eyes of those that have started to wake up and realize that some of the problems that feel outside of our control don't actually have to be that way. This year, I want to nourish my own hope, and I want to be surrounded by people who are also done with apathy and feelings of powerlessness. I don't want anyone to be in denial, and I certainly don't want to be silenced by toxic positivity. I just want to focus on what can be done in my own life while looking at the reality of the world. Yeah, I spent an exhausting day dealing with stuff, and having no power made it 100 times more difficult. Yeah, I didn't get to live up to my personal goal of posting that video today. But overall, my problems are so small in comparison to other things that I've gone through, or even things that other people around the world have faced in the past 48 hours alone. And you know what? I shared the draft video with a trusted individual, and they had very interesting feedback that made me reconsider posting that video in the first place. They felt as if it had some really engaging ideas that I didn't explore for the sake of brevity. When I shared that being more brief and cutting down on my production time for videos was a New Year's goal, they pointed out that this goal didn't really do anything to improve my videos, and that it didn't leave any room for what makes my voice unique. In their opinion, I was able to structure information in a way that made things engaging, even if they weren't interested in the initial topic. I'm not sure that's true, but I appreciate their feedback. I realized that I was already failing another major goal I had set out for myself this year. I want to be more honest and authentic, unapologetically so, while minimizing the harm to others. I've already started trying to do this in real life, and now I want to bring that into everything else that I do. I want to practice sharing my thoughts and producing more instead of just consuming all the time. I want to help share things that might be useful to others while also using this to keep me accountable. I want to lean into discomfort and difficulty this year, and with that comes more YouTube videos. I want to talk about life and goals, and that doesn't necessarily mesh with gaming content. For years, my channel description has stated, "Not really here to game," but this message is just a quick reminder. I will talk about some gaming and entertainment topics, as I already have, because I do really enjoy some of it, but it's with a focus on what inspires me, on what lessons I learned, and what inspires me to achieve things in my own life. I want to tell you about how a cringy anime saved someone's bachelor's degree in their last year. I may try to share how I, a person that doesn't cry over fictional stuff, actually kinda did so while playing Baldur's Gate 3, and why. As silly and unrealistic as it may feel, I want to be one of the many people who openly, clumsily, yet consistently make efforts towards bettering their own lives and maybe that of others through hope and empowerment. And for me, that means a lot of struggling, discomfort, and discipline. It doesn't mean looking away from the world's problems and hyper-focusing on my own, however. Anyway, that's just my aspiration in the very long term. We shall see. Last thing, I want to remind you that things are only ever really over the moment you stop trying. As cliche as it sounds, and as often as those words have been weaponized against us in this society, and that you should be very wary of voices that tell you that there's no point in trying when it comes to wanting a better life for yourself and everyone else. They may have something to gain from silencing you or causing division between you and your fellow human in our universal pursuit of a good life. Well, that's it. I'm wishing you all the very best this year, and I hope to learn so much from so many of you. Felicidades de Año Nuevo, Tropi.